Alright, so checklist on the engine start. Flight control is free and correct. So if we leave this outside, what I always do is I'll put this like this and put the seatbelt around it. So it doesn't, yeah. Rudder pedals, you know, you can adjust for your feet, wherever you like them. They're pretty good?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Safety harnesses are good. BRS procedure, pull it, yank it. Brakes hold on, master battery on, we've already done all that, so. Oil pressure is good, temperature will be good. Fuel pump off, lights, lights, brakes test. Alright, so pre-taxi and taxi. Transponder is on VFR. It's on ground, which is fine. Garmin, that's accepted. Altimeter and ATIS and all that we'll get. So the way the ATIS works is they broadcast every hour, like at 53 after the hour.
Okay.
Usually. So instead of when we call them on ground, they say, hey, the wind is doing this, they just broadcast it. And so, go up here, the radios, 1, 2, 3, 6, 2, and
wind
that's
calm,
the ATIS.
visibility 6, sky clear.
What kind of taxi out here is
temperature 23, dew point 22,
altimeter 3007. You change that right there.
Requiring runway 19er.
So the field elevation here is 175 feet. And as long as that's within 75 feet, you're good.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll listen again.
Florence Tower information, Papa, low 1530 weather, wind calm, visibility 6, sky clear, temperature 23, dew point 22, altimeter 3007.
Alright, so we got everything we need, right? Yes. Alright, so we're on ground. So call ground, so he's always who you are, where you are, and what you want to do. So Florence ground, Sport Cruiser 384 Sierra Charlie, we have Papa, and we'd like to go to the southeast practice area.
Florence ground 384 Sierra Charlie, we have Papa, and we'd like to taxi to take off.
November 384 Sierra Charlie, Florence ground, runway 9er, taxi via Delta Alpha.
Alright, so
384 Sierra Charlie, Delta Alpha.
Yep.
4 Sierra Charlie, do you want flight following today? If so, say destination.
Yeah, we're going to the southeast practice area.
Roger.
Alright, so pull out.
Right,
November 4 Sierra Charlie, departure frequency will be 118.6.
And he'll give us a squawk.
Clock 5226.
1865226, 4 Sierra Charlie. And normally what I do in real life is I'll write down taxi instructions.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to start using the iPad.
Yeah, and on the iPad you can trace it out.
Right.
Especially any airport, even in Charleston I do it. You go there all the time, but I always write it down.
Well, there's a lot of information coming in.
Yeah. That's a big thing is the runway incursion, so. Man, I don't know what happened with that plane yesterday, man. That's weird.
Taxi to the ramp via Alpha, Bravo, Bravo 3, Charlie, cross runway 1, remain at frequency.
See, all that, Alpha, Bravo, Bravo 3, Charlie. And that guy's probably never been here.
He just spits it out.
Yeah. You can always get progressive, too. Like you can say, hey, I'm unfamiliar, will you give me progressive taxi instructions?
And they'll almost
and I'll say, yeah, go to the next right, take a right, that kind of thing. Alright, so pre-taxi and taxi we've done, run up before takeoff. Alright, so brakes hold. Always just hold it. Everything's in the green now. Radio frequencies are set. So I'm going to put that, we're on ground, right, but I'm going to go to tower and change it to, swap that. So now we're talking to tower, and then we're going to go to departure. So ground controls everything up to the runway. Okay. That's the hold short line for the runway, and tower controls the runway.
Okay.
Which we'll have to talk to that. I'll explain that later.
So radio frequency set.
Yeah, because we get on tower, and then departure, I always put what's coming next there.
Okay.
Oil temperature 120 minimum, yep, 166. Throttle 4,000. Oil pressure is 30 to 102, which it is. Fuel pressure 22 to 58, which it is. It's coming up. Check the max, left and right.
One click over?
Yeah, either one or two, either one.
And what am I looking for here?
Notice a drop in the RPM.
Okay.
Alright, go back to both. It should come back up. Yep, now go to
2 clicks over?
Yeah, whatever you did do last time, yeah. And you'll see a maximum drop of
1 Charlie Alpha, runway 19er, clear to land.
300.
19, clear to land, 1 Charlie Alpha.
Alright, so throttle back to neutral. Trims are set for takeoff, I like them like that. Flaps will give you 12 degrees, just push and hold. And look for it right there, somewhere along in there. Transponder set. Fuel pump is on. Canopy lot and lights as needed. And then when you lock it right here, you'll see that.
That's the canopy lock.
Yeah. Then we'll call him. Hey, Tower 384 Sierra Charlie, holding short 9, ready to go. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to let you go.
Tower 384 Sierra Charlie, Florence Tower, hold short, runway 9er, traffic 1 mile, final runway 19er.
All right, we'll hold short, 4 Sierra Charlie. He's landing on 19, even though we'd be up and gone way before 19.
Better to sit and wait.
Yeah. So.
384 Sierra Charlie, proceed on course, runway 9er, clear for takeoff.
All right, on course, runway 9, clear for takeoff.
384 Sierra Charlie, on course and ready for takeoff.
Yeah.
384 Sierra Charlie, runway 9er, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, runway 9, clear for takeoff.
Runway 9, clear for takeoff.
Challenger 1 Charlie Alpha, taxi via Bravo, hold short of runway 9er.
All you gotta do
traffic.
is repeat
Bravo,
what
hold
he
short
says.
of 9, 1 Charlie Alpha.
We are right.
Yeah, I always look, make
Clear
sure,
left.
and I always turn the landing light on when he clears us for takeoff, just because then it reminds, and it brightens us up, and it lets him know, lets me remember that we're clear for takeoff. So it looks like we have a little bit of a tailwind, not much, but it's a little bit. All right, so line it up. Heels on the floor, right rudder as needed, full throttle. Make sure everything stays in the green.
Airspeed alive. Everything's in the green. Hold the center line. Right rudder.
Slight back pressure at 55. That's it. Slight back pressure. Perfect. And then what you want to do is lower that nose just a hair. Give it a little bit more right rudder as we take off, and then climb out at about 70. Yeah, go ahead and take that nose up. There you go.
Columbia 1 Charlie Alpha, cross runway 9er and continue.
And we're above 200.
Bravo,
Right,
Bravo 3
come
Charlie
on.
to the right, remain as frequency.
Just gonna bring that nose way up higher. It's off. So every time you talk to departure, you want to tell them what altitude you're leaving, because they match it up on your transponder. All right, so Florence departure, 384 Sierra Charlie, we're out of 1,050.
Florence departure, 384 Sierra Charlie, 1,000 feet on departure.
Number 384 Sierra Charlie, Florence departure, radar contact, maintain VFR.
All right, say maintain VFR.
384 Sierra Charlie, maintain VFR.
So now, she's watching us. She's got radar contact, so she's keeping an eye out for us for other traffic, in theory. Alright, so I'll get rid of the fuel pump, make sure that stays in the green. It does. Alright, take a little bit more of a right, and we'll head over to the practice area real quick.
So a standard rate turn is
2 degrees per second. But in this plane, it's wherever that yellow line crosses in a triangle. Okay. It's in a, I'll show you here, let me show you this. So that's your old standard turn coordinator. So when you turn, that wing and then that ball's in the middle. That's a 2-minute turn. That's standard rate right there. These are the instruments Richie loves.
He was talking about that this morning. He said, you really need to get in that Cessna so you can look at the old gauges.
The old gauges? Why? You got all your gauges right here. And we'll climb to 3, and like I said, you want to level off, start your level off 10% of your climb rate roughly. So if you're climbing at 500 feet a minute, about 29. Yeah, I heard all that junk last night, man. It was rocking.
Oh man, it was bad all night long.
City came, of course, which means no sleep, so she kicks and
flying at the same time.
What?
It gets harder. Just a lot to think about.
Alright, so now what I want to do is, let's go to Darlington just to practice some different things. So in order to get to Darlington, there's a million different ways. You can go on the chart. You can hit it on here direct. You're going to have to learn how to do it old school, which I'll show you in navigation with a chart. Or, you know you're going to Darlington, so you can just zoom it in.
Line up here.
Oh look, are you can hit that? Direct. Direct. And this is going to come up. Boom. So then you just follow that. Keep that magenta line. And this is going to tell you 23.7 miles. We're going to 86, 16 minutes there. 23 miles, that's our altitude. Our track needs to be 335. So if you match those two up, and that's going to give you your wind. So it's 263 at 27, so it's probably going to be flying like that. And I'm going to tell her what we're doing. Airborne approach 384 Sierra Charlie. We're going to go to Darlington for a little while.
704 Sierra Charlie, say again.
We're going to head to Darlington.
704 Sierra Charlie, roger. Proceed as requested.
Thank you. And so normally in real life what you would do, if you knew we were coming to Darlington, you would have like the frequencies listed out, you would know the traffic patterns of the airport, all that kind of stuff. But all I really want you to do is get a different look at another airport, so I can just go in here to airport.
So when you're hand flying this short of a distance, you get your heading, do you pick a point on the horizon to fly to?
Yeah. If you're doing it VFR, yeah, so you could, like that tower or whatever, and eventually, shortly, you'll see the airport. So the wind at Darlington is 250 at 6. Alright, so I'm going to go to airport and see what the runways are. It's 23, and you always want to land into the wind. So if the wind is coming, and they always tell you out of, so it's coming out of 250 at 6, the closest runway to 250 is 230.
Okay.
So we'll land on runway 230. Alright, so we're getting a little right of course to go left. Because the wind's howling, man. Who knew?
So it's not only about flying your heading, it's flying against the wind as well?
Yeah, but in real life, if you have the autopilot on, it's figured out for you.
You think this is difficult to fly?
I think if you can fly this, you'll be able to fly anything. I don't think it's difficult. I think landing in the wind is difficult. Because you're going to have to figure out crosswinds and all that stuff, which I think is going to make you better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, so usually what we'll do is she's watching us still as we're coming across on flight following. Once we have the airport in sight, I'll call her and tell her that. And then she'll probably drop us and say, switch to advisory approved.
So you would go to that field?
Yeah, what it is there's their AWAS. We can get their wind. I mean, we can get their weather now. I've got it on here, but we can hit right there and it'll come up and we'll monitor it. Yeah, altitude and heading, man. You're holding it perfect. Good.
I'm trying not to, altitude-wise, look at the screen too much.
You got to come in and look, though, because there's no way.
Right, there's no visual reference to 100 feet or...
704 Sierra Charlie, you're going to be landing at Darlington or just doing air work?
We're going to land there.
Full stop.
704 Sierra Charlie, roger. Darlington Airport at 12:05, 13 miles. Radar service is terminated. Squawk VFR, change to advisory frequency approved. Good day.
I will call you on the way back. 4 Sierra Charlie. So basically what she said is, if you're going to stay in the air, I'll keep an eye out for you, probably. But since you're going to land, radar service is terminated, so that means she's dropping us.
Okay.
Squawk VFR. So you come in here to the squawk. You can either do 1200 like that, or if you hit VFR, it'll automatically do that. And she said frequency change is approved, so now we can switch over to Darlington.
Okay.
So she's not watching us anymore. We're on our own, basically. And normally she would say something like, no observed traffic between you and the airport, that kind of thing.
Right.
I said, come on down to 2,000, and we'll kind of start coming down. We're still, you can look over here, 8 minutes out. But normally you can see the airport, but all these clouds you can't. There's the racetrack, so, I mean, I know pretty much know where it is. Alright, so come down about 500 feet a minute. When you do, normally, like I said, you can come down as fast as you want, as long as you can come down into yellow as long as it's smooth, because this plane is so slow.
Where's the racetrack?
Over that way.
Oh, I got you.
I usually announce about 10 miles out just to see what's up. So I'm going to say, hey, Darlington traffic, Sport Cruiser 384 here, Charlie. We're about 10 miles to the south, inbound, touch and go, Darlington. So if anybody's over here, they're on that same frequency, they're going to say, hey, well, I'm in the left pattern, blah, 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 or whatever. The only time, sometimes you'll have some students over here. Mostly all it is Sunoco's hawkers.
Okay. Now, is that the field?
Oh, yeah, that's it right there. Good job. All right, so we're going to go
45.
Yep, downwind base model.
And pattern elevation is 1200?
Yeah, close enough. So Darlington's a triangle, so here's the real runway, and then these two are closed.
Okay.
It's the old school Air Force runway, I guess, Army base. So you see the one going like that?
Yep.
That's closed. There are all those buildings, the runway's on the other side.
Okay.
And that one on the other side is closed too. And there's holes where you just kind of dive down, not dive, but just kind of. Alright, bring that power back a little bit. Let's kind of slow it on down. Anytime you fly through a cloud, it's like flying through water. So.
Right.
And anytime you fly below the clouds, it's going to be bumpy. And another thing you can do, if we didn't get the weather, if they don't have a weather reporting station, you would fly over the field and look for the windsock.
Okay. So maybe over
yeah, once
52?
You get, yeah.
Get in the downwind.
And you can turn whenever, it's fine. But remember now, the wind's howling out of that way. So when you turn, you're going to be smoking fast that way. So plan your. That's weird. All right, take a right. That's good.
384 Sierra Charlie, entering the downwind.
All right, so when you do that, you got to tell them where you are, because you're broadcasting to everybody. So always start with Darlington traffic or wherever you are, and end with Darlington traffic. But you don't have to do that right now. So we're really, really low compared to where we want to be, but we kind of have to be. And that's perfect. So see, the wind's howling and pushing us that way, and you're crabbing into it, so it looks good. All right, beside the numbers where we're going to land is, let's slow it down to 70, which is good. Everything looks good to me. And so to slow down, don't come down anymore just yet, just hold it up. There you go. And you can extend it out a little bit, just although we are low. Okay, now turn base. Keep that rudder centered, which it is, and it's windy as all get out.
Caution, obstacle.
Thank you. We're landing. We're aware. All right, so you're going to see two lights over here. Hey, Darlington traffic, 4 Sierra Charlie, return base for to final for 23 Darlington. Touch and go. All right, so you want one white, one red. So bring that power back. Lower that nose. There you go. And you're going to have to give it some right rudder. Keep that nose down. Perfect. Get that down. Come on down. Come on down. So you want to see one white and one red right there. But it's pretty windy. All right, so bring that power back. We're way fast, and you can just kill it. But we're not landing with any flaps, so the flaps are broken. All right, look all the way down the runway, and let that speed bleed off. Just hold it right here. Don't let it touch. Perfect. All right, full power. And it's gusty. Right rudder to maintain that center line. 55, go ahead, a little bit of back pressure. And look, that's perfect. Very nice.
Didn't feel nice.
It's windy as all get out, man. But I also wouldn't let you land with flaps either, so.
We're at -0, 10 miles to northwest, 2,500 coming up.
Going in traffic, 4 Sierra Charlie, head back to Florence, see you. I'd like to switch, it's annoying. And get back up above the clouds, it'll be nice and smooth. And so we'll get the weather back in Florence, just to see if it's changed.
40 at 5, visibility 10, few clouds 500, temperature 24, dew point 23, altimeter 3008, visual approaches in use landing and departing runway 19er, approaches are being conducted to intersecting runways. Notice to airmen, Florence 4 TAC out of service. Repack all hold short instructions, advise on initial contact, you have Quebec.
Quebec.
Florence Tower information, Quebec 1253 Zulu weather, wind 240 at 5, visibility
240
10.
at 5, every deal. Alright, so I'll hit Florence, direct. That front's coming through, the 250 is 25. Alright, so that white building to the left underneath those clouds is QVC, that big open field is the airport.
I got you.
Alright, so what I want you to do, Florence approach, 4 Sierra Charlie is inbound from Darlington. We have, whatever it was, Quebec, yes.
So 384 Sierra Charlie.
Yeah, Florence approach, who you're calling. 384 Sierra Charlie, inbound from Darlington with Quebec.
384 Sierra Charlie, Florence approach, inbound from Darlington, we have Quebec.
Center 384 Sierra Charlie, Florence approach, Florence altimeter 3008.
I should say 3008, and we have the airport in sight.
384 Sierra Charlie, 3008, we have the airport in sight.
Center 4 Sierra Charlie, Roger, squawk 5227 and ident.
Alright, so say 5227 and ident.
NIDN?
And ident.
5227?
Yeah.
384 Sierra Charlie, 58227, ident.
And November 4 Sierra Charlie, that's 5227 ident.
384 Sierra Charlie, 5227, ident.
So see, now she's picking us up.
Center 4 Sierra Charlie, altitude
2,700.
2,700, climbing to 3,000.
Center 4 Sierra Charlie, radar contact 1 mile northwest of the field. Maintain VFR.
384 Sierra Charlie, maintain VFR.
And November 4 Sierra Charlie, contact tower 125.1, good day.
384 Sierra Charlie, contact tower.
Alright, so now we'll flip it over.
Taxi via Bravo 4.
And what you want to do is listen first. Don't just start talking. Make sure he's not in the middle of a conversation. The problem is,
Mile 4940, Roger, runway 2.
the guy who's working the tower is also working ground.
Bravo, Alpha,
so he could be in the middle of a conversation with a guy on the ground, which he is. He's talking to the Piedmont.
Okay.
So if you jumped in right now, you're going to end, but it's not really your fault because you can't tell. Alright, so now go ahead and say Florence Tower, 384 Sierra Charlie, inbound, full stop.
384 Sierra Charlie, Florence Tower, inbound, full stop.
November 384 Sierra Charlie, Florence Tower, runway 19er, continue.
384 Sierra Charlie, runway 19er.
Alright, so take a left and we'll start coming down. So he has not cleared us to land yet. He said continue. And because we're so slow and there's a Piedmont jet going to Charlotte, that's good, just kind of, yeah, somewhere along in there. He's more than likely going to let him get out ahead of us, if I had to guess.
November 4 Sierra Charlie, wind 2506, runway 19, clear to land.
384 Sierra Charlie, runway 19, inbound.
Clear to land, stay clear to land.
Clear to land.
Yeah. So we're good now. So
you basically just repeat exactly
yep,
what he says.
Absolutely. So now we're going to have 230 at 6 is what he said. He'll probably give us another wind report as we get close. If not, you can always ask him, say, hey Tyler, what's the wind doing? And he'll tell you. 230 at 6 is going to be like that. So we're going to fly a little bit like that as we come in. So we got 4 white. It means we're high. So you want to see 2 white and 2 red. 3 and 1. That's not bad. Perfect. Two and 2. Alright, so that's a perfect glide slope. To maintain this descent angle all the way to the numbers. And our airspeed's 80. So you can pitch it up a little bit and it'll slow us down.
500.
Let's get
Alright. So those happy lights?
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, so give it just, there you go. Alright, so pitch it up because we're getting low. Red is dead. There you go, right there is perfect. Alright, so we're below. I'm going to give you 12 degrees of flap. And that looks good. And I would leave a little bit of power in right there. And don't forget, you can always trim out the pressures even when you're coming in to land. So 2 and 2. Alright, so aim for that 1.9. Keep it in the same spot in your runway all the way, in the window all the way down. Speed's good. So leave a little bit of power in because it's windy. Normally you would leave in half the gust factor, but we'll talk about that later. It's kind of, look at the windsock too, but we're not in any hurry to set it down. So just keep coming down, keep coming down, keep coming down. Bring that power out a little bit. Aim for that center line. Look all the way down the runway as you get close, and as it starts to rise, just get right here. Hold it off. It'll land when it's ready. Just hold it 1 foot off the ground right there. Don't let it touch. Let it touch. Perfect. Very nice. Hey Tyler, can we take a ride on 9?
40 Charlie 8, affirmative, turn right on runway 27, then right on Bravo, taxi parking via Bravo, Bravo 3, mains frequency.
27, Bravo, Bravo 3, stay with you. Very nice.
Do people deck out their hangars and stuff?
Yeah, you're not necessarily supposed to, but people have couches in them and all kind of crap. Technically, I think the rule is you can only put in like stuff that you do with the plane, but nobody. Well, I've seen boats, cars. It's the cheapest storage in Florence for what you get.
4940 Florence Tower, wind 2506, fly runway heading runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading clear to go 270 miles per hour.
That's good. Here. Then we'll go menu, checklist, shutdown. Basically, throttle back to idle. It is. Hop times all good. Flaps, don't leave them at 12. Okay. Like basically, just go left to right, or right to left. Sorry.
Sorry.
EFIS, avionics. Let it
Message.
die. Just so weird.
Monitor.
Fast